Call the meeting order. Everyone please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Village clerk, please call.
Burgess.
Here.
Gordon. Here. Myers.
Here.
Boston.
Here.
Washington. Here. Williams. Here.
All right, move to item number 2, public comment. All questions or comments must be directed to the mayor. The speaker will be given 3 minutes to comment on a topic on agenda items only. Each speaker will be allowed 1 opportunity to speak. If anyone has something, please come to the podium. Jim's got it. Oh, is it dead?
Hey, Judy.
All right.
Judy Castor, and this has nothing to do with the agenda, but I wanted to say to everybody here on this meeting where we're only allowed to speak about what's on the agenda. The following meeting, when we have questions that are pertinent, there's no department heads here. Therefore, I have turned to FOIAs. And I know what you're saying about FOIAs, and I understand what you're saying about FOIAs, but in order to get straight answers without having to wait, without having to go through the rigmarole, I've turned to FOIAs because the department heads out here to answer questions. That's it.
Okay. And again, department heads are at work 5 days a week. So if you have a question, I would encourage you to come and meet with them, or at least call and see if you can schedule an appointment if you have a question for department heads. But again, filing a FOIA is your right. So if you don't feel like you're getting the answers, that's something you can do. So, other than that, anything else? Seeing no one at the podium, we'll move to item number 3, reports from officers. And we've got the mayor's report. Tonight I have a proclamation. I probably should have read this before I started. Proclamation for the National Fair Housing Month. Whereas the Village of Sauk Village finds a multicultural community, provides a rich resource of human skills, experiences, traditions, and worldly perspectives, thus making it a better community. And whereas the Village of Sauk Village welcomes all people to join our residents as neighbors, volunteers, and leaders to strengthen our community, adding value to our citizens. And whereas the Civil Rights Act of 1968, Title 8 Fair Housing, was enacted by Congress in April of 1968 with a vision to create truly open and integrated communities, make illegal the practice of discrimination based upon a person's race, color, religion, and sex, and amended in 1989 to include a person's disability and family status. And whereas the Village of Sauk Village has enacted protection from discrimination based upon these same classifications in order to sustain a multicultural character of our residents and pass on our community to the next generation of homeowners as one which exemplifies the true American value that all are created equal. Now therefore I, David A. Hanks, Mayor of the Village of Sauk Village, do hereby proclaim April 2014 as Fair Housing Month in the Village of Sauk Village in recognition of the 46th anniversary of the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1968 by the United States Congress. I further call upon residents to mark this month to renew their commitment to ending discrimination, improving human relations among all people, and celebrating our valued multicultural environment. Dated this 11th day of March 2014. Here, David Hanks. With that, move to item number B, Village Clerk, Ms. Debbie Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to remind everyone that the email alerts
are becoming more and more of a necessity rather than just something we'd like to have. A lot of last minute information comes through the village that a lot of residents do not become aware of. For example, several people asked me how they knew that Francis Cardinal George was coming to St. James Church on Sunday. I found out about it at 8:30 on Saturday morning. I had no clue. These are things our residents want to know. Our residents want to know about, I can't tell you how many times I've seen that there was an event that some committee had or the village held that only 20 or 30 people came, and their thing to me was, well, we didn't know about it. So I'm reaching out to everybody again and again and again to please, department heads, committees, residents, businesses. I'm going to be going door to door if I have to with the businesses and doing whatever I have to do. The churches are having several events coming up, which I'm sure Rose is going to touch on. United Church of Christ, Church of God is having an Easter egg hunt. There's little things like that. And we just need to let our residents know what's happening in our community. And if the email alerts is one of the fastest, best ways to do it, then I'm willing to do that. But I want people to work with me. I need to get the information in order to pass it out to the residents. And second of all, I just want to thank personally Jim Zark from Robinson Engineer. He has taken on the task once again of making sure that our CDBG application was detailed and ready to go. By the time he handed it to the mayor and I, it was pretty much a done deal. So we just had to touch it up a little bit. And without his assistance, we wouldn't be getting almost $400,000 worth of funding. So personally, I'd like to thank you for taking a lot of burden off of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Go to village attorney, Attorney Michael Graff.
Thank you, Mayor.
To village engineer, Mr. Turner.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice guy.
Yeah.
I will speak loudly. First of all, in response to the request last meeting, I contacted the Norfolk Southern Railroad to ask about repair of that railroad crossing at Torrance Avenue that has been bothering us for months, years. So the gentleman I talked to knew exactly why I was calling when I talked to him, and he said, okay, I'm going to get some cold patch out there. I'll get it repaired right away. I see it has been repaired, and they have plans to demolish those tracks as soon as the asphalt plant's open. So they'll rip the tracks out, and they'll pave over them, and it will be end of story. So just hang on for a month or two. It should be done and over. Also, in regard to the delineators that were wiped out by the snow plows, and might experience some additional delineators being wiped out with this coming blizzard. Just so you know, there is a stock of extra delineators that Public Works has as part of the CN funds that were received. So those will be replaced, and everything that's been wiped out within 1 year of when the delineators were installed will be replaced as warranty items from the directly from the railroad. I'm sorry, from the delineator supplier. So that's their warranty term. They've got a 1-year snowplow warranty. So those will be replaced, be given to Public Works. Public Works just has to install them. And then finally, just an update on the treatment plant construction. Demolition is continuing at well 3, and the piping and approximately 40% of the iron filter vessel have been removed at that plant. So they are trucking along there.
What was the roof? I'm sorry. I have to repeat, what was the roof?
The piping and approximately 40% of the iron filter vessel.
Thank you.
And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Trustee Rivers.
Yes,
I saw you on the mic, so.
I just wanted to say, Jim, I appreciate that. I did bring it to your attention last week, and within a week's time, I just want everybody to know that he took care of that railroad track. That was just in 1 week's time. So, I mean, just to show you that he's been on top of that, because it was kind of a dangerous situation because the rebar was exposed, and that's all we needed for that to come loose, and we would have a big problem. So I appreciate you taking care of that, and then also the delineators situation. I don't know if we want to put them back right away because we're supposed to have snow tonight. So I hate to say that word, believe me. We're supposed to have some precipitation. So I'm just, maybe we may have to wait on that, but I really appreciate those two things that we brought to your attention. Thank you.
Trustee, we talked about those 4 letter words. That's
Yeah, that's it.
Jim, too, the other thing that we need to start taking into consideration is on Route 30, you're getting ready to start construction of the bridge going over the railroad tracks. I don't know if Robinson Engineering is involved in that, but that's going through Linwood,
Oh, yeah.
going into St.
Grade
Laurence.
separation, yeah.
So we're expecting probably a lot of the traffic being deterred down South Trail to get around that area. So I think probably as department heads, especially our engineering, we should start planning for that closer we get to that construction started. So maybe we'll get some meetings together on how we're going to address the additional traffic flow coming down South Trail. All right. And also getting key people we need to contact in case the road starts to, we start seeing additional potholes and stuff like that because of additional traffic. All right. Move to item number 4, report to trustees and board committees. Move to Parks and Recs. Trustee Hudson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay, first of all, back in the back table, I have flyers for the mobile pantry that will be here on March 25th from 4 to 6 p.m. That will be giving away fruits, vegetables, non-perishable groceries. That will be a one-time only event, and it's open to all residents of Cook County. So if you have any questions, you can call the Food Pantry Depository at 773-247-FOOD, and then give you more information. That will be March 25th, Tuesday, March 25th, right before the meeting, from 4 to 6 p.m. I also have in the back that we're going to have a family game night over at the community center on April 4th. That will be starting at 6 p.m. We're inviting all people to come on out, bring friends, bring your family, bring games, get together as a community, play games, and have some fun. I know we have over there several games with the flyers in the back, so you can look at those and see what we have. I also have a flyer back there for programs that I'd like to see get started over the summer. Well, it turns out already that we're going to have a basketball program again in the summer. Registration is going to start this Saturday during the games. You can register for the summer one, plus during the month of April we'll be taking registrations. At the same time, I've had some parents come forward who are willing to run the cheerleader program. So we'll have cheerleaders for our basketball teams if we can get people to sign up. Those flyers will be coming in the next week or so. Also, along with the plan, we're going to have a Easter egg hunt over at the community center on April 19th from 1 to 3 p.m. Everybody's welcome to come out to that. And our basketball program is continuing on. We have 3 more weeks to go for our March Madness, and March 20th to 29th will be the tournament games. We'll decide who's the winner for the year. And that is my report.
Thank you, Trustee. With the Beautification Committee, Trustee Morton.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to let everybody know the Beautification Committee met last Sunday. One of the things that we discussed I want to key on is the community garage sale. We are going to be having it June 14th. Yeah, I know it's a little bit ahead, but what I'd like to do is ask the mayor and the board, is it possible if we could secure that land where the Sunshine Festival is, if we could ask the state. We have to write a letter to that.
Great. We'll send it to Senator Duke's office.
Okay.
Usually helps with
All right, so I'd like to do that. And also, the Beautification Committee is looking for volunteers, so if anybody would like to help out or join the committee, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. Move to Distribution Committee, Trustee Marsh.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a brief report. Last committee meeting, I was requested to review the report. The committee met Friday, 7 p.m., and we went through your one ordinance that we're having from us tonight that will amend Section 18-29 for fees, Section 10-40 for licensing, Section 74-245 for business fees. and section 74-250 windshield decals. And we didn't find anything on those. We questioned a couple of them. I made a couple phone calls and I was squared away. It was just a misinterpreted. We couldn't read somebody's writing. But the fees, committee doesn't have any problem with that. That's the ordinance we are trying to do tonight. The second thing, though, the committee did ask if, when we do the red box, we should do a separate ordinance on that. The red box says one with all the video, DVD. It just doesn't fall into the category any of the ones that we have previously listed. So I will get rid of the attorney general and create a separate ordinance for the red box. That's the one that's down at Walgreens. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That's all I have.
Thank you, trustee. Move to Intergovernmental Relations Committee, trustee Burgess.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A couple of things. First of all, I'd like to remind everyone about the Congressman Kelly is hosting a housing expo to assist homeowners and first-time home buyers. It's going to be she's hosting it. It will include people that need loan modifications and property tax appeals, and also to inform first-time home buyers about down payment assistance programs and other housing opportunities. It's going to be this Saturday. So if anyone would like to come out, it will be at Victory Apostolic Church in Matson, 208 Matson Avenue. That's right there by I-57. If you take the expressway, you take 30 over, you'll kind of see it right there, right off of I-57. But I just want to remind everyone, it's from 9:30 to 1, and it's hosted by her office. Also, I just wanted to say that in regards to getting in touch with our I don't know how to say this, but getting in touch and getting our legislators to help us out and things, we have to, as citizens, have to come and hopefully whenever we get them or we have problems, we should contact them. Now we can contact them through the mayor, but they need to hear from us. They need to hear from us if we have anything. The mayor does bring things to them, but a lot of times the residents need to come out or need to get in touch with them. If you need to get in touch with the representatives, we do have phone numbers, and I think they're on the website and things like that. But you got to understand, we have 3 representatives for the village, 2 senators, and 2 state senators. That means we're split up pretty much. But if they don't hear that we have problems, I know the mayor talks, I talk, but a lot of times they want to hear the residents. So I will be at a later date giving out letters that you can write to them and let them know that some of the things that we need to bring here to the village, and help. When the mayor does have a long list of items, but a lot of times that's they look at that one thing, but we need to get behind this as a village to let these representatives know that we need that government money. Even though we're split up, we're still the village. Even though we're split up between 3 representatives and 2 state senators, we still need them to know that we need representation from Sauk Village. And with that, Mayor, that ends my report.
Thank you, trustee. Move to Neighborhood Watch Committee, trustee Washington.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just want to announce that we had a great meeting on yesterday with the Neighborhood Watch. I want to thank all of those that came out and participated with the program that we are launching, the No Texting While Driving Pledge. We have several pledges that's been turned in, as well as the No Bullying Pledge that we have adopted up under the Neighborhood Watch program. We have reached out to other entities in regard to the No Bullying Pledge, and they are all favorable. Also, the pledges for the No Texting While Driving are favorable. You'll be able to pick those up in the foyer out front on the table during the board meeting, so you can see myself. They're also available at the library. I thought that they were going to be in the Sauk Talk, but it is the mentioning of the programs in the Sauk Talk, and I understand that it might be up on the website, the actual pledge.
And it refers to the article that where they can be found.
Okay. So all of these different avenues we have available to be able to participate in. We're going to be announcing, we have a pending day where we're going to start actually posting the names of those citizens and friends to this community that are going to take the pledge for no texting while driving, as well as no bullying. So we can start posting those names after we talk to the mayor in the foyer just for 30 to 45 days to acknowledge that they are on board. And we are also happy to announce as the Committee for the Neighborhood Watch, it's the new song out called Happy by Pharrell Williams. Is being played all over everywhere. If you watch the Oscars, it was all over the Oscars. It's being played all over. And we're going to be shooting a video, and it's just indicative to that we are believing and helping to work hard as a committee to turn the perception of Sauk Village around. The Neighborhood Watch program is working very diligently, so we're going to be shooting a videotape. And if any of you all want to be in it, you are welcome to see me after the meeting. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, trustee. Move to Public Relations, Community Outreach Partnership Committees. Trustee Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple of items. The Student Government Day winners have been notified. Letters did go out to the school, so let's take the time to thank all the judges who were there to help participate in the judging process. And Student Government Day will be 2 weeks from tonight. So I just want to remind everybody that it is, if you haven't ever participated in it, it's a really fun event to see the kids up here and basically take our roles and do what we do. And I'd just like to remind everybody who has a report during a regular board meeting to make sure that you have your reports to me in electronic form by next week, Friday. That is the absolute deadline, next week, Friday. And just to remember that these are 8th graders. Can we please keep the reports as uncomplicated and concise as possible? Concise, people. Concise. Make sure that we only have the kids. They're going to be able to project. They don't do the best at projecting sometimes. The microphones kind of throw them off balance a little bit, so we want to make sure that they have their reports. And next week, Friday. In electronic form, please, because we tend to make them a little bit bigger so they can, it's easier for them to read. So if you could just email it to me, or if you give me a copy, I might retype it if it's not too long and it's concise. Just as a reminder, again, concise. And that concludes my report for that. Oh, I'm sorry. There will be a reception afterwards, but just want to remind everybody. That concludes my report for public relations. Community outreach partnerships. We did not have a meeting tonight. The meeting was canceled due to the fact that we had a special meeting earlier. That was announced, but I do thank Chief Williams for coming. Apparently that announcement was not conveyed, so thank you very much for coming on time. Raring to go.
Thanks for having me.
Best meeting ever. There will not be a community outreach partnership meeting this month due to the possibility of a special meeting next week and then Student Government Day. And I'm running around with my head cut off that day, so I don't think we'll have time to have a meeting beforehand. So we will be looking for next month to have a meeting. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, trustee. Move to reports of committees and commissions. Fire Department 911 Commission, Chief Stockbreaker.
Thank you, Mayor. For over the past 2 weeks, the fire department responded to 22 calls. 3 vehicle fires, 10 fire alarms, 4 medical assists, 1 water shut-off, and 4 car accidents. And lastly, also I would like to let the board and the residents know that we received $25,950 grant from the State Fire Marshal's Office for 10 sets of new gear. Waiting for the 3 bids to come in, and so we can award the bid and get that process moving.
And I think I remember I signed it. So if everything's been signed, you're passed on. You got it? Good. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know if you had more good news. I mean, that was great. All right, let's start with Chief Lettuce.
Thank you, Mayor. Just wait a couple minutes, a little unexpected development. I want Erickson. He's going to bring our dog in.
All right.
Ready to swear the dog in?
So I'll move along until he comes. Quite naturally, the canine unit is recertified, and today was the first day back on the street. So we can all rejoice over that. And like everybody remembers St. Patrick's Day, I put those flyers out the last meeting. Don't drink and drive. Watch yourselves out there. There's plenty of law enforcement, not only in Sauk Village, but across the entire state. Also, I'd like to report that middle of last week, Sauk Village Police Department executed a search warrant over on Peterson Avenue. That search warrant resulted in the seizure of 4 dogs that were bred for fighting. The owner was also arrested and charged with several counts of animal cruelty. If I could just take a minute, just like to introduce Chad Frederickson to everybody. Chad, go ahead. And K9 fellow. So these are 2 that you'll be seeing on the street now from today forward. Jack, come on up front so you can know that.
How beautiful.
He is 3. He just turned 3 in February. Celebrate that a little bit.
Do they have a vest for the dog?
We are currently, there's actually, I believe, a fundraiser going out Sauk Village for one.
Yeah.
And also, Groupon, I don't know if you guys were aware that they're doing a huge fundraiser for canines, for Canine Rico. He's a canine that passed away in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And they donated up to $330,000 money for the vest. And we're just giving vests all out through the United States for canines. And I put my application in and they said it was good, so I'm just hoping that so.
What is the dog's name?
Fabo. Fabo with K, F-A-L-K-O.
Did you say that again?
Fabo, F-A-L-K-O. I kind of talk fast.
Thanks, Chad.
Yeah.
Everybody puts the goat away.
Yeah. The chief gave you the opportunity to leave prior to him arriving.
Absolutely. If you see like me on the street with him, he'll bark at anyone that comes near my vehicle.
All of our new squad cars have been outfitted
Right. The chief's going to finish his report. Go ahead, Chief.
All right. All new squad cars that have been recently outfitted with new rifle racks. That was at no cost to the village. Money, rifle racks was paid for out of the drug seizure account. Also like to advise the citizens on the board that expired bulletproof vest for some of our officers they have an order. The cost is trying to be offset by our recently awarded bulletproof vest brand. So that will save the village several $1,000s. I'd also like to announce during our restructuring process at the police department, sat down with my staff along with the records clerk. We decided to change some of the records times for the convenience of the citizen. We're going to try an experimental program right now where we're going to have records open on the weekend. So if the village clerk would like to record some new hours for records at the police department, Monday and Tuesday they're closed. Wednesday through Thursday, the hours are 9 to 5. And Saturday and Sunday, we'll have hours from 10 to 2. This will alleviate some of the problems that our records clerks have during the week, being so I want to say not overworked, but there's a lot of things going on that she can't keep up with, so it's going to help her out in the weekend hours. Also, our new respirators that were issued to us at no cost by the Department of Homeland Security. They were who was killed by the Boston Marathon bombers. Several months after Sean's brother was killed, he was able to get 2 United States congressmen to introduce a bill to the House of Representatives for National First Responders Day. It's been positively accepted by the House, and they're expecting it to pass with a landslide. However, up until that time, we're asking that all the citizens go to the website is www.change.org/first-responders. I'll read it one more time. It's www.change.org/first-responders. If any private citizen can go to that website and sign a petition voting for First Responders Day. Very quickly, I'll finish up here. I'd just like to report that over the last 2 weeks, the police department has responded to 709 calls for service, 146 of those being traffic, 86 other service, 39 domestics, 49 burglar alarms, 40 ambulance calls, and 95 building checks. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Chief. We've had 2 great reports in a row. The people have realized all the work that the department heads are doing. We heard the fire chief talk about the $25,000 grant for the year, and just in Chief Levis's report, talking about the bulletproof vest grant, talking about the gas masks, talking about the rifle racks being put inside the cars at no cost to the village. So I personally make sure they do an open thank you to the department heads for all the work that you're doing to offset the amount that needs to be done in the budget, and make sure that you go out and get those grants that are available. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Move to, see here, Administrative Services, Mr. Kaczynski.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have a few things to update you guys on. Animal license go on sale April 1st. Several tickets have been written to the 2 businesses in Sauk Village that have broken the sign ordinance. Probably about 6 tickets have been written to date. Code enforcement wrote 115 tickets for February. We're going to have a zoning hearing March 24th at 7 p.m. here for a text amendment, which establishes the 180-day moratorium that the village board just passed. I guess we have to do it in front of the zoning board also to make it stick. I talked to George Panels today, and the lease was signed today for the restaurant. They're planning on opening April 1st. Level Sport Bar, he's planning on opening April 1st too. He's ran into some problems with the roof leaking after he's done some of his remodeling. The daycare. Mother Goose, the girl who was running the daycare, is no longer going to be running it. I talked to Ellen Pepperman today. The original woman, Gina McNeil, it's a good possibility that she's going to be back running that. It ran really good when she was there. So he said it's looking real promising for that. And I think that concludes my report.
Thank you very much. Trustee Burgess?
No, I just have a question about the sign. You said you gave them 2 tickets? Which one is this? Is this Just Phones?
Just Phones and Boost Mobile have been cited for the temporary sign ordinance. They finally shut off the flashing signs, but they have all those temporary signs in the front windows. You can't even see in the stores. It's 25%, that's what they're allowed, and they're at 100 or more. So they've been written about 4 tickets apiece.
Okay. I'm just wondering, since you've done that so far, what would be the next step after? I mean, just keep issuing tickets or?
Yeah, unless you want to get both.
No, I mean, no, it's not that. I mean, we may have to come in, I mean, you may have to, if we, I don't know if we have to go in there and actually take the signs down or?
Well, we have spoke to the young lady that's running Boost on several occasions before the tickets and letter even went out. She came in here and I explained to her about the flashing sign, and she just doesn't listen. So I sent the letters out to the businesses that were in violation. A few of them corrected all the problems and it looks much better. Those two phone companies still haven't listened. So they will get a ticket every week and the fine will just keep escalating until they're at $750. And if they don't pay them, they're going to go to collections.
I was going to ask you, now, are these tickets court tickets or they're just fine?
They're J tickets and they're at the adjudication court at night.
Good.
They will be up in court probably next month, I believe.
Okay, thank you.
Trustee Washington.
The businesses that have those white lights around the businesses, those are fine.
I can't find anywhere in the ordinances that, they're not.
Right.
That's not what they're getting tickets for.
Okay.
Those lights are bright, but I haven't received any complaints from residential areas that they're affecting. So that's not even, I haven't even talked about those. I can't find anything in the code.
Well, I'm at,
As long as they're not flashing or chasing each other.
right, I'm glad because I've noticed in other cities and villages that they have those now around businesses. I guess it's a new fad to help draw people to come to the stores to shop. And it does look nice. And if you're driving down the street and it's just one complete strip mall, those lights would get your attention to look over at the business. So I see in other cities and other villages that businesses are putting those around. So I was just hoping that we weren't talking about
No,
that.
that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about those posters they have all over where you can't even see in the store.
Anything else?
Just quickly, update for Fairway. I know that you didn't say anything. Fairway Foods. You haven't heard anything? Because I had heard that thinking about leaving.
They haven't contacted me.
Okay. All right.
It's been a rumor for a while, but they haven't contacted us yet. I know last time I was in there, probably about a month or two ago, they said they were not going anywhere, but I didn't get any final word yet. So, all right. Move to financial referrals.
Yesterday we received IEPA loan towards first installment about $330,000 that has been deposited into the water bank account. And the next thing is, about 15 days ago.
Can't hear you.
About 15 days ago, Cindy Wagner received a check for about $50 because she got a fraudulent credit card which was lying on the desk, and she turned it over to the credit card company. In return, they awarded her with $50. She duly turned it back into the village towards crediting towards miscellaneous income, as the city employees are not supposed to get any reward or any award from any sources. So she duly turned it into the village towards the miscellaneous income that we deposited into the bank account. The third, but not the least, is the audit. The draft audit for 2012 is going to be.
Speak into the mic, please.
The draft audit for 2012 fiscal year is going to be done on March 17th, and I'm expecting it to be here on March 17th, and I will keep you posted. That's my report.
Again, that's just the draft. So probably after we receive the draft, we're probably looking at probably 15. So we'll have to review it, but probably about 15 days before the vote board will have everything. So again, additional reviews or stuff have to be done once we receive the draft.
What date is it due in?
17th.
Of April?
All right? March.
And the next audit will start the coming Monday. The auditors are going to be here, and they'll start with their planning to be finished by the end of at least May 31st.
I'm sorry, May 31st?
May 31st.
I really want to see it. I can't say too much because that's what I do for a living. So, quality. So my job is to go in and do audits on suppliers. So it's kind of frustrating when I see someone else doing what I do to suppliers. So, but they're doing their job. When something comes up that they have a question about, they ask a question, they dig deeper and deeper and deeper until they get the final answer. So they are doing their job, and again, audits have taken quite a bit of time, but they're out there asking for questions, they're asking for additional information, we provide the information. I would say this is part of an audit, especially if you have someone coming in from the outside to audit you. That's their job, to dig and continue digging. That's what they've done. They've done a lot. Thank you very much. Move to Sauk Village Homeland Security Agency, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Board. Over the last 2 weeks, as we responded to 26 calls, which consisted of 4 car accidents, 8 fire alarms, 1 medical assist, 8 school patrols, 1 semi-truck on fire, brakes on fire, 1 water shut-off, 2 vehicle fires, and 1 assist other agency. And just to make everybody aware, since if they're not, they talk about possible 1 to 2 inches of snow per hour, starting about 10 p.m. with possible blizzard conditions tonight. And just a reminder too that March and April, May is the start of the tornado season.
Do you have any more joyful news that you want to tell us, sir? You're ready for the blizzard tonight, and next around the corner is tornadoes. Thank you very much. All right. Move to Human Relations Commission. Trustee Washington.
Thank you, Mayor. Real quick, just want to remind everybody that the Human Relations Commission meets the first Monday of every month at 7 o'clock right here at the Village Hall. We have a date pending for our diversity workshop, and when we have more information, we will make it available to you. We do have 2 commissioners here tonight, Steve and Frank. If you have any questions, you can see them after the meeting as well. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee. Housing Commission, Commissioner Holcomb. All of our mics are down, so you have to speak loud.
Yes, this Thursday at 7 p.m. will be a housing meeting here in the workroom. Also, I'll let everybody know back on the back table here, not on the main table. So on April 5th from 9 a.m. to noon, there will be a free seminar for rent to own. So anybody that's renting that would really like to own a home, their bank is coming out with counselors and everything. And right now they have, for people that live in the apartments and stuff, they have 34 homes in order to live.
Thank you, Commissioner. Move to Senior Committee, Ms. Langston.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to announce that today was the last day to purchase tickets for this next Tuesday's meeting, the luncheon miracle draw with Steve Rydell on the keyboard. And just to let people know, the doors open at 11:30 a.m. The senior share exercise is on Wednesday, 10:30 to 11:30, Fridays, 10 to 11 a.m. And the senior legal assistant is by appointment every 4th Tuesday. Blood pressure screening every 3rd Wednesday by appointment. We still continue their SHIP, that's Illinois Senior Insurance Program Counseling. They still have free tax preparation for low-income families and individuals. 2-15 in a multi-purpose room. And that's done by the preparation by the Center for Economic Progress. They have IRS certified volunteers on Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 and on Saturday at 10 a.m. They do it on a first-come, first-served basis. And their tax site is closed, but capacity is free to use. Of course, Blue Township continues with their ARP tax for the seniors. You can call Blue Township for additional information and service. There is a local tax service free in South Suburban in Indiana. Students, you do need to contact Jamie at 708-977-8687. And also a reminder, McConaughey Library only carries tax form. They don't do preparation tax. They did receive a grant for ebooks. So if you have a Kindle Fire or an iPad, the library will help you get
to apply for the e-books. The CEDAR Senior Opportunities and Service Program provides for Boone Township seniors age 60 and older. They have various locations in Chicago Heights, Linwood, and Stager at various hours Monday through Friday. You do need to call 312-254-6096. Denise Chaffee, she's the CETA Senior Advocate for appointment. Just to let you know, Franciscan St. James Health is sponsoring a free day of dance 2014 at 6 p.m. on Thursday, March 13th at St. James and Wellness Institute, 197th Place, Chicago Heights. They have many free heart health screening, raffles, and refreshment. You can call 800-785-2637 or visit their website, franciscanstjames.org, Day of Dance for reservation. The senior committee still continues to sponsor the blood pressure screening on the first Monday. The next one is April 7th from 1 to 2, and every first Monday. Our book exchange continues thanks to our recent donors. Yesterday we had approximately 19 attending the Qigong demonstration by our village resident, Brian Townsend. We also have blood pressure and a very delicious lunch on our monthly movie. Many thanks to McConaughey Library for hosting the event. This coming Friday, March 14th, is open senior social activity at 12 p.m. I want to let you know that Brian Townsend invites seniors to attend the Qigong and Tai Chi for seniors on Friday, March 21st from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Glenwood Library. Fun Club continues to meet every second and fourth Sunday at 3 p.m. Sunshiner's next meeting is March 17th. They're going to have a potluck at 5 p.m. and they're meeting at 7. Leisure Timers have canceled their beef sandwich meal and meeting tomorrow night, March 12th. That's due to the weather. The Leisure Timers' next meeting is Wednesday, March 26th, and every second and fourth Wednesday at 5 p.m. Ceramics continues to meet every Wednesday, 8 to 11. Sauk Village Bluegrass every Sunday from 6 to 10. The Golden Agers' next meeting is March 19th at Jones Community Center. That's 220 East 15th Street, Chicago Heights. They have a 10 a.m. social hour with snacks, 10:30 a.m. meeting with lunch. The lunch will consist of soup, corned beef and cabbage, carrots, fried red pepper, ice cream, coffee, tea, and hot chocolate at 11:30. The Fall Prevention Program by VCP Home Health Care. The cost for the lunch is $5. Reservation call 708-757-5395. Their annual dues are $5. The next senior committee will be this Thursday, March 13th at 5 p.m. The committee's 6th chili cook-off is scheduled for Saturday, March 29th. We are still looking for a chili chef. Thank you. This ends my report.
Thank you very much. All I know for some of us that do not get to eat before this meeting, we're going to have to stop talking about all that food because I'm very hungry. All right, move to consent agenda. First, as I asked the trustees if there's anything I'd like to remove, I'd like to also remove item E from the consent agenda. Is there anyone else? No, there was a duplicate. When this was put on there, we did not have the ordinance numbers. We added the ordinance numbers under item I, so that was actually a duplicate. So I apologize for that. Is there anything else that any of the trustees have any issues with the consent agenda? Not seeing any or hearing any, I would ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda as amended. Motion, is there a second? Okay, motion and a second. Clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Hoskins.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Williams. Yes.
All right, thank you. So that said, I'd like to ask if Mr. Jack Todd and Sharon Novak can come forward. Swearing in as zoning board commissioners.
They're not sworn in yet.
I see my next secretary.
Oh, no, we go. She's coming up right here, she's not swearing in.
Somebody knocked that stupid.
If you need something to help you sleep at night, Sharon, make sure you have a lot of material to help you sleep at night. Just so we have for the record, first of all, I'd like to thank Joe Fisher and Ms. Nowak for volunteering. This is a volunteer position, so thank you very much. And just for the record, just so we have their dates correct, item J was for Jack Todd, and item K was for Sharon Nowak. So it's their filling those unexpired terms. All right, move to new business. Under item A, motion to approve accounts payable and disbursements for February 26, 2014 through March 11, 2014. Is there a motion to approve? Motion, is there a second? Second. Is there any questions or comments?
I have a question.
Trustee Burgess.
Yes, Mohan, I did ask you earlier about the copies for the lawyers. I didn't get a chance to look at the back page for TIF number 4, the services that were rendered by Baxter and Woodman. Could I get a detailed accounting? I mean, I'm just wanting to know what they did in TIF 4. So all that, just Kane McKenna and Baxter. I know what the other one is, the audit, but Kane McKenna and Baxter and Woodman, I just wanted to know what they did.
I can provide you the copies tomorrow morning.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Trustee Martin. You're done, right, Trustee?
Yes, I am.
Trustee Martin.
Chief, I have a question for you regarding the police department. It's page number 4. First one is under operating supplies, 1197. The ammunition I see there is $4,050.30. And then as you go down the page, there's another ammunition charge under tools and equipment for the same thing for $2,164.92. Could you explain to me why it's been separated?
That may be a question for Mr. Mohan. You just want to know why it's separated under the line items?
Because it was dictated by the...
Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. Coming from King's Court?
Probably shouldn't have. It may have been a typographical error, but the other thing being is that two large purchases at different times. One was in September, and the other one being in I think January was the second one.
Okay, because I see it under it's like under one is under operating supplies and the other one is under tools and equipment.
Yeah, all I can tell you is it had to be a typographical error.
I mean, I see the number is still the same, 1197. But I was just questioning that.
Hypothetically, they should come out of operating.
The other question that I have here is same page under vehicle expenses, we have 2 car wash bills. One is for Saukville Car Wash for $64, and then as you go down to the last one, Aqua Express Car Wash for $168. Is there a reason why we're utilizing 2
Yes,
car washes?
trustee, if you would also look at the dates on there, you would see that they're quite different. We are paying late on the Sauk Trail Car Wash bill, and during our restructuring of our police department, we went to Aqua Car Wash for the same as an enormous amount of money.
Okay, because I'm looking at here, and the dates are like October 31st, and the other one here says October 25th.
Right.
So which one are we using?
We're using Aqua Car Wash now, yes.
We are using Aqua.
Yes, only thing, very seldom, we use Sauk Trail Car Wash, and it's only when you need a vehicle detail for a funeral or something. Funeral parade, special detail or something.
And when do the patrol cars go over there? I mean, is there a schedule that they go over there, or is it kind of as needed as the vehicles get dirty?
Pretty much as needed, but all the supervisors are made aware of that it's not to be out of control. So
Okay.
it's monitored regularly by supervisors.
Well, I mean, I agree. I mean, our police cars and intermunicipal vehicles are calling cars, so we definitely want it. I'm not complaining about that. I just want to understand the 2 different ones, but our calling card is our vehicle, so yes, they should look at. Thank you.
Those new vehicles do look good. Any other questions or comments? All right, hearing none, Village Clerk, please call roll.
Burgess.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Hoskin.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries. Move to item number 8, miscellaneous comments from the mayor and the board of trustees. Trustee Myers. Trustee Morton.
Not to pick on the chief. On the way in, I noticed that there must have been an accident on Sauk Trail and Torrance Avenue. I don't know when it happened, but there's a lot of debris still left on the road right in front of Title Mix, that's it. There's still a lot of debris, so whoever the tow service was, that I think they should come back and clean all that debris up. I think that's one of the responsibilities of the tow service, to clean up that debris, so somebody doesn't get a flat tire.
I have to look into that, trustee. I don't know about an accident there recently.
Yeah.
All right, Trustee Hoskins. Trustee Washington.
Just want to announce that the Human Relations Commission meeting is going to be on the 17th, which is this coming Monday at 7 p.m. So we would like to encourage all of you all to come to the Human Relations Commission meeting at 7 right here at the Village Hall this coming Monday. Thank you.
Trustee Burgess.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I just wanted to say to the board members and to the mayor, thank you guys for coming out to my church to meet Carla Francis George. I appreciate, I didn't know you guys were going to come at the last minute, but I appreciate you guys showing up and showing them that, showing the Cardinal and the St. James that we do care. I appreciate that, and I also welcome you guys anytime that you want to come by. But I appreciate you guys coming by. And also, I'm sorry, Madam Clerk, I thought you knew that he was coming out. Next time something like that happens, I'll make sure he gets to you, because that was a pretty big thing. I think that would be his last, I guess, a round of whatever, because he's getting ready to get replaced. So that was a great thing. That's only the second time since I've been a captain that I haven't met an archbishop. So that was kind of pretty.
Church secretary as well.
Yes, I thought Pam said something, because she said she asked you about as that. I'd also like to thank there's no way. Oh.
She might have talked to the fire department and don't know what she had asked me.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, okay. So she said that someone called and said that the mayor was coming. Okay, but I'd like to thank Esther also. Esther did a great job out there, even though it wasn't as crowded as they thought it was going to be. They were still the presence for them. And then they called Richmond, I think it was Richmond Park that came out too. Rich Township, okay, they came out to direct traffic, but I appreciate that. And next time something like that happens, I'll make sure that you get it. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee. And again, I'd like to say it was a great service on Sunday. It was opportunity and an honor to meet the Carter. So, again, I was glad I was able to find out about it. Again, I did contact Pam. I texted her, asked her if it was okay if I attended. So, she did know I was coming, but it was a beautiful service, and I had a good time. I just want to let the board know that this last Saturday, I attended Senator Mark Kirk's Mayor's Roundtable. We met in Orland Park, and was able to talk to the senator. We provided him with some of our improvements, some of the white pages that we have, especially when it comes to infrastructure. We presented $5.1 million worth of infrastructure improvements we requested. We also, at least I was also able to present him with $1.9 million, if I remember, of road improvements. And during the roundtable, we allowed all the mayors to speak. We talked about some of the things that are affecting our communities. And it seems like all the mayors had a lot of the same issues. We talked about economic development. And one thing worked out was great for us, especially in Sauk Village, is most of the mayors sitting around the table are mayors from the south suburbs, plus there's also some mayors up in the northwest suburbs. But we talked about how we not only have to compete with Illinois, especially living in Sauk Village, we have to compete with Will County, but we also have to compete with Indiana. So it's one of the things that we brought up to the senator's attention. And we all, again, all the mayors spoke up, talked about the aggressive economic development team that Indiana has and what we have to face when we're dealing with trying to either recruit or retain businesses in our community. The other thing that a lot of communities talked about was the infrastructure. When you talk about roads, so we all were hit hard this last winter, trying to make sure we repair potholes, repair roads. Sauk Village is not the only community, probably just about every community talked about the road situation. The other thing we talked about was water. Believe it or not, every community, we have to bring up some of the good points that Sauk Village was able to do. What we started with the low interest loan to the IPA, getting our wells up and upgraded. But a lot of communities that are sitting there have Lake Michigan water. And they were reaching out to the senator because of the rates being raised. And it's affecting them. And the rates will continue to raise all the way to 2019. And they were talking to the senator about there needs to be some federal control over Lake Michigan. So it's interesting to hear the mayors who have Lake Michigan water versus the mayors who don't have Lake Michigan water talking about especially the rate increases and things like that. So it should be interesting to see what the senator does. He's willing to champion the cause. Because right now, currently in this area, you have two communities that are controlling that water. That's Chicago and that's Hammond, Indiana. And they're taking free water out of the lake, and they're charging these municipalities, and the rates will continue to go up over the years. So, when I hear some of these mayors, what they're paying and what it's going to be estimated they're paying by the time they get to 2019, is unbelievable. So, we talked about that. There was a lot of things we talked about crime in our communities. The senator has a great big push about crime, and I've got some grants through his office I'm going to be giving to the chief, especially when it talks about for drug enforcement. Talked about the 3 top drugs that we currently have, and heroin right now is a big issue in our communities. So we had a good meeting. In fact, the meeting lasted longer. The senator spent a lot of time with the mayors. When you look at our state senators, and we're working with Senator Napoleon Harris, and we're trying to come up with a date where we can have a meet and greet or a town hall meeting. We haven't decided exactly what he wants to do, but he wants to come out and meet the residents of Sauk Village, so he's excited about that. So we're working on getting that done. And it was already been mentioned that there may be a special meeting next week. It's highly that there will be a special meeting here next week at 6 o'clock. So I should make sure it's at 6 o'clock. So it's a high possibility because we have a presentation that I'm working on coming in, so they have asked if they can come in early to meet with the board. So once I confirm that, we'll get the agenda out. So with that said, I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.